Hi, I'm Mary Agnes Antonopoulos, and I just want to thank Cheryl Liew for asking me to speak about appreciation today. Appreciation is such an important part of my life and my company, and I think it's one of the cornerstones of why we became successful as quickly as we did. The first thing is that I definitely in my day-to-day life have a practice of appreciation. It isn't just an idea or a philosophy. Appreciation is something that I actually schedule time to do. I think as a woman, we can be really swept away by the to-do list. But I don't want to be too busy to recognize the people in my life, what they do to support me, what they do to support my company, my family, and everything out there that involves my world and my hopes and dreams and effort. A lot of people make a successful company, and recognizing those people in small and large ways is important. And small and large ways has nothing to do with what I say. I think we should all speak in an appreciative tone and dynamic voice all the time. We should all be expressing words like thank you blank for what you did, not just a casual thank you, but thank you, Mary, I really appreciate that you took the time to blank, so that it takes a moment longer than just thanks, and that'll register with the person who's receiving it. I think that's sort of a given as a woman. More importantly, I actually send a gift. I'll go on Facebook and I'll send a Starbucks card, a bottle of wine, a little group of flowers, and it'll cost all of $5 sometimes to just tell someone that they made a difference in my life. Why do I do that? Well, I learned it. One of my role models, Carrie Wilkerson, the barefoot executive, did that with me 8 years ago. When I first started my company, Carrie interviewed me, and it was an interview about women who left the corporate executive world to start their own businesses. And she sent me a Starbucks card in the mail a few days later, about 8 days later. And it really touched my heart, so much so that I've never used it. It's still taped to the wall of my office. It wasn't just because she said thank you. It was because I wanted to do what she did. I wanted to be someone who reminded people 8 days later that what they did for me mattered a great deal, enough for me to make the effort to do something to recognize them. So if someone does something for me, I'll often make a note a week later to send them a note and a thank you card, a Starbucks card or a little bottle of wine, something to say, I really appreciate that even a week later. It matters to me. Finally, I've learned this from other women. I didn't invent this idea at all. I schedule the time, I have a practice of gratitude, and I look at other women in my life like Mary Smith. I've crossed paths with Mary 2 or 3 times, never in person, only online. But she has made an impact because she stops to say, wow, Mary Agnes, that was an awesome idea, or thank you for taking the time to post on my page. And that, well, even if we don't agree with somebody, usually I agree with Mari, but if somebody doesn't agree with me, I still thank them for leaving their thoughts on my space. The final thing I want to say is, you know, appreciation does come from a space of gratitude, an idea and a philosophy where even the things that add the most stress to my life are often the things I should be most grateful for. So I'll stop every single morning and I'll think about what I'm worried about that day. And I'll actually physically list it on a piece of paper. I'm worried about my daughter, my husband, someone's health, my company, my clients, and then I'll flip the coin and I'll think, wow, not everyone gets a daughter. There are a lot of women who would love to have a daughter. How lucky I am to have her to worry about. A spouse. Not everyone gets a significant other. Many people would wish for what I have to worry about. A company. How many people are still in corporate roles who wish they could write for a living? Come on. So I flip the coin and I remember that appreciating what I have is the very beginning of a grateful, beautiful life. I especially want to thank Cheryl Liew. Taking the time to create a program to support 24-hour women is a phenomenal undertaking, and I appreciate that she did that, no kidding. And I look forward to meeting many of you on other things Cheryl does. I appreciate your time for watching this. I know how busy you are. We stand in a place where we often take care of parents, children, companies, people around us, colleagues, neighbors. And it's who we are as women, so that you took a few minutes to watch my thoughts on this topic is deeply touching, and I hope I see you on the road ahead. Thank you.